Noah Cameron, who was 9-7 last year. His ERA was under 3, and in 2 starts against Minnesota, he gave up just 1 run in 12 1/3 innings.
3-2 to Martin. And a base hit to right. Starts the night for the Twins, and a nice at bat for Austin Martin to start play here tonight. So back-to-back fly ball outs induced by Cameron.
Wallner into the box here.
And Wallner takes a strike. He tapped his helmet, or did he?
Pitcher's called a strike. The batter's challenging.
And the batter has thrown his bat and his batting gloves on the dirt. So that was out of frustration, and as soon as he asked for the challenge, he realized he was wrong.
The Twins are down a challenge, just 3 outs into this one.
And no one's ever quite comfortable, certainly the Royals, when they're facing this guy.
Well, we know especially the first 10 starts he made against the Royals, his team went 10-0. However, the Royals did get to him in his last start he made against the Royals last September, so that's a great sign, and maybe a little confidence going into this outing, and hopefully the Royals can dream a little bit about what happened in September against Ryan.
On one pitch, Joe Ryan has 1 out. And he'll face Bobby Witt Jr.
Fastball, 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 and the third one is whacked into center field for a 1-out single.
Now Vinny Pasquantino.
Bobby runs, and it was a good pitch to run on. It was down and in, so he steals a base without a throw. And the Royals have started the year 5 out of 6 in stolen base attempts.
Inside corner, strike 3. So Ryan picks up strikeout number 1, and Pasquantino is out number 2. Great pitch. That one came back on the inner half, so 2 down. Here's Perez. The Royals have struggled early this season in spots like this. Runners in scoring position as a team. Kansas City only 2 for 21.
That bounces away, and Junior moves up 90 feet.
Salvador Perez has driven in 124 runs against the Twins.
Locked him up, and Jeffers will challenge. So on a breaking ball, it wasn't the most ideal challenge for Jeffers in this context. He didn't really have the greatest body language that I wanted to challenge, but it worked out.
Quickly, there are 2 men out. Here comes Caglione.
That is crushed to center field. Back goes Buxton, and it's going to be off the bottom of the wall. And Jack Caglione simply just didn't get underneath it because he hit it hard enough. Solid contact, and I'm sure the fog and the heavy air didn't help either.
And that's a good sign for this Royals offense.
And now Collins. So this is at bat number 3 for the Royals, with a runner in scoring position. And Collins will get him home. So some more outfield production from the bottom of the order. Caglione gets on with 2 outs. And Collins gives the Royals a 1-0 lead.
There was a 4-seam fastball. Isaac Collins, a familiar customer against these Minnesota Twins. Maybe he's seen this pitch a few times. Able to get right through it, pull it down the right field line, and Royals have a 2-out rally with that aforementioned outfield offense. Don't stop now, Izzy.
And now Isbell, who homered yesterday.
Breaking ball hit through the left side. Here comes Collins, and no throw. So make it all 3 outfielders with 2 outs and nobody on, combined to give the Royals a 2-0 lead.
Yes, indeed. The outfield offense is coming alive for these Royals. A great piece of hitting right there by Kyle Isbell. We saw him turn on the slider last game, hit it for a home run. This time it's outer third. Doesn't try to pull it, goes with it, hits it right through the gap. No chance for a throw from Martin as that outfield grass is wet. Tough to get a good grip, doesn't even make an attempt.
So again, the bottom part of this order continues to provide some offense, and now Michael Garcia.
Isbell runs, and it was another good pitch to run on. It was down, and the Royals have their 2nd stolen base against Ryan in 2 innings. And he hits it to deep short.
Yes, he does.
And it's off of Lee. And with 2 outs and nobody on, and the bottom of the order coming up, and the Royals rally for 3.
Well, these first 2 games, the bottom of the order has been no cakewalk for Minnesota Twins pitching. Now Michael Garcia getting into the act as well. Finally gets a pitch up in the zone, something he can handle. Able to hit a bullet that just glances off the glove and body of Brooks Lee at shortstop.
So Pete Mackey out for a visit now. Bobby Witt Jr. 1 for 1 already tonight. In the air to shallow center, and Buxton spots this one, makes the play, but damage done.
Right-hander Joe Ryan is back on the mound, and Vinny Pasquantino leads off for the Royals.
Hit hard and deep to right field, and that's going to sail over Wallner. And Wallner didn't get the bounce he was hoping for, and that allows Vinny to get around the tag from Lee, and he has a leadoff double.
I'll tell you what, To see the Pasquatch in the fog, that was as good as it gets for the Pasquatch. He was in his element right there.
2 gone now in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and that brings up Jonathan India.
Up into the fog, up into the rain, and Royce Lewis doesn't see it, and it's going to drop. And India hustles into second base, and they're going to say he is out.
The run will count. It is a 4-0 game.
If you've been following the Royals the last few years, you know that Joe Ryan has been a pain in the you-know-what. In his first 10 starts against the Royals, he gave up 9 earned runs in 60 1/3. That is 1.34. In his last 2, he's given up 9 earned runs in 5 innings.
Well, it goes back to last September. You know, you finally put a little chink in the armor.
Caglione leads off. He had a 2-out double, got that 3-run rally going.
Caglione lines it to center field. His double was to center field, so he's got a good approach against Joe Ryan, and he's on to begin the 4th inning.
And it doesn't matter what pitch, that they are hacking at it. Here's Collins. He double drove in the first run.
First pitch to Isaac Collins. He shows bunt, and it hits him. That was a splitter that split inside and got Collins, it looked like, on the hands. And so 2 pitches into the inning, the Royals have runners on first and second, and there's nobody out for Kyle Isbell.
Now you got a great bunter up there. This is not an easy play, and it's going to stay fair for Kyle Isbell, and the outfield comes through again. And the bases are loaded and nobody out for the top of the order.
Goes to show you, Chris, when you play that small ball, more times than not, the other team's going to mess it up.
Yeah, pressure.
They
right?
can't defend it. They don't know how, even though they practice it, they still in game mess it up. Needed to get an out there. Now bases loaded, infield in. Wet track, top of the order, Garcia.
Into center field. That's plenty deep enough for 1. And the Royals have a season-high 5 runs in the first 4 innings. Michael Garcia has 2 RBIs.
Not the most primo conditions tonight, but both teams are playing in them. And so far, the Royals have, well, taken advantage best they can.
The 1-1 to Bobby Witt Jr. Hit sharply. Keyshaw steps on second, throws to first, and it's wide and gloved by Caratini. So it is a double play.
Well, Victor Caratini must have just barely held the first base bag, and in fact, it's a double play to end the inning. And the Royals only score 1 run, despite having loaded the bases with nobody out.
Well, let's see if Noah Cameron can keep it going against the bottom 3rd of the Minnesota order. Victor Caratini, the veteran, is up.
Caratini hits it well to left field, but it had overspin on it, and Collins is back to make a nice running play.
Well, how many times do you see it? A guy makes a great play to end the inning and hits a line drive to another guy to hit and make a great play. So Collins does a nice job going back. Has to contend with the wall, has to find the baseball first and foremost. But gets a great break. His first step is back, able to time the jump perfectly.
So 1 out here in the top of the 5th, and Royce Lewis will stand in for a second time.
Line drive, right center field. Back goes Isbell. He won't get it. That's going to find the wall. So Lewis on his way to second base, and Twins making better contact against Cameron here in the 5th. And Royce has a 1-out double. Twins have their second double.
Right, so now it's Brooks Lee, their number 9 hitter.
Line drive, left center field. That's a base hit for Brooks Lee. Around comes Lewis, and he will score. RBI single Brooks Lee. And the Twins are down 4. It's a 5-1 game.
At the bottom of the Twins order, picking up where the bottom of the Royals order started the contest here tonight, doing some damage. And Brooks thinking about second, but also recognizing, hey, that's not worth the risk here with 1 out. And Austin Martin, the type of at-bats he's had, Buxton looming. I'll stay put here at first base. And we talked about stringing some hits together, and Royce and Brooks the first guys to do it.
Line to center field, and it's going to stay up for Isbell. Almost overran it. And 2 outs.
So now it's Buxton. And a swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Beautiful change.
So 2 free base runners for the Royals to start the inning. Puts runners on first and second for Kyle Isbell.
I'd like to see him pull this one with him if he were to do it again.
That gets by Lee. He decides to throw to first. There might have been an out at second base. And the Royals, lower 3rd of the order, for the second time in 3 innings, have loaded the bases with nobody out. And that is a 4-pitch walk with the bases loaded, and the Royals lead 6-1.
We'll chalk up another RBI for Michael Garcia, number 3 on the evening. And tough conditions, tough inning for Lawyerson.
And now Bobby Witt Jr. bats with the bases loaded.
Line to right, and Wallner makes the play. So no grand slam, but another run. And the Royals lead 7-1 in the 6th inning.
Runners on the corners with 1 out for Vinny Pasquantino.
On the ground to first. Out at second. They get the force, but it wasn't a very good throw. And now they're going to rule that Lee came off the bag and didn't keep his foot on, and Vinny's going to get an RBI. And so that gets Kyle Isbell down from third. So the lower third of the order, all 3 reach, and all have come around to score in the inning.
2 gone in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that brings up Jonathan India. This is our Sonic Slam inning.
Belted deep into the corner. Sonic Slam, Jonathan India.
We talked it into existence. That was a grand slam and a Sonic Slam by Jonathan India. Congratulations, Jonathan India. Well, you got to come in the strike zone with 3 balls. Fastball 91. Jonathan India doesn't miss it.
How do you like that?
Second walk of the inning from Daniel Lynch, the 4th. And the bases are loaded now for Austin Martin.
Yeah, Daniel Lynch is going to wear it.
And Martin is going to challenge. So it was called a strike, and Austin Martin looked like he was dead on here. And that's not even close. So Austin Martin indeed was right. It's another successful challenge. And Lynch, with his 3rd walk of the inning, has walked in a run. And Martin picks up his first RBI. And the Twins are down 10.
Here's Keyshaw, bases full.
32nd pitch upcoming for Lynch. Keyshaw with a rocket to left. Collins back, still going. That's over his head. 1 run scores. Here comes Brooks Lee. Martin stops at third base, and Keyshaw drives in 2 with a 7th inning 2-out double. It's now 12-4.
Second straight hard hit ball for Keyshaw. Lined out his last time up was 104 off the bat. This one 101. Got that elevated fastball, turned on it. Good swing. Finally got a ball over Collins' head.
Go to the bottom of the 7th, and Kyle Isbell leads off.
Isbell hits it deep to right field, and that is another home run for Kyle Isbell.
Well, stay hot, Izzy. In this outfield, the bottom 3rd of the Kansas City Royals, have yourselves a night. Izzy with his 2nd home run, and yes, if you saw that, that is the 1st home run that is kind of a result of the moved-in fences.
Ball 4, and now we had back-to-back walks. Caratini at the plate.
But the big leaguers, they still like having a human being back there.
Yes.
Caratini into center field. Jeffers will round and score. And it's now 13-5 as Caratini picks up his first RBI as a Twin. 3rd walk of the inning.
And the bases are loaded, and it'll be up to Austin Martin.
Look out, up and inside, and Martin got hit. And that'll lead to a run, and it looks to be okay. So Bell scores. 13-6.
Another walk. How about 7 walks issued by this Royals bullpen today? Josh Bell is now the hitter.
A high fly ball to left, down the line, deep in the corner, back to the track, to the wall, and that is gone. Josh Bell with a 9th inning 3-run homer. It is now 13-9.
Twins aren't ready to be done yet. That ball was hit like a mile in the air.
Kept it fair down the line, sent Collins to the wall, and gone. Josh Bell is first as a Twin. And Caratini walks. Ray singled, Lee lined out. 13-9. Twins have 2 on. It is a save situation with a tying run on deck.
And now with 2 away, here is James Outman. Ground ball to 3rd. Lofton has it, throws to second base. Tolbert slips in the bag but makes the catch, and the ball game is over as Lucas Erceg restores order here in the top of the 9th inning, and this one at long last is over.